I've been watching a few of these videos on YouTube recently where they do huge great big hauls, either Primark clothes hauls or Poundworld hauls or various things like that, and they seem to be quite popular. And I thought I'd take a bit of a twist on it because I get a lot of my childminding stuff from Poundland. Now, I haven't got a big haul in the way that other people do, you know, with all the Christmas decorations and everything like that, because actually I don't need any of that stuff. We're quite good with the you know, with what we've got. We've built up our decorations, and I'm kind of like, use what we've got rather than keep buying new. But I am going to go through a quick Poundworld haul, which I'm hoping some of you might find interesting, especially if you're new to childminding or childcare, and you're looking for somewhere quite cheap to get your supplies, because you don't want to spend a fortune, and especially when you've got to keep rebuilding up some of these items. The places like Poundworld, Wilko's, all those kind of places are really cheap, but actually really good to use. So I'm going to show you some of the things that I have got in my 2 bags. So now the interesting thing is, and I haven't been into Poundworld for probably about a month, and I might have missed it the last time I went in, but there's an awful lot of things in there at the moment that are not a pound. They're like £1.50, £2. I mean, I know they had some of the bigger things, like gifts, that were kind of £5. That's fine, but I did find it a bit tricky this time walking around, so I did get caught out with some bags, which I'll show you later, which I thought were £1 and turned out to be £2. I'm hoping it's still a good bargain, but we'll see. So anyway, the first thing in my box is not £1. It was £2.50, but I really like it, and we had it last Christmas around the Christmas table, but I thought it'd be a really nice game for the children over the Christmas holidays. So we break up, I think, on the Tuesday, and I'm working until the Thursday, so I've got a couple of days with the children. And I thought this would be really, really nice for them to do. So this is like, it's past the parcel, but it's past the snowman. And you don't need any music or anything like that. It's just really fun. You just pass it around, and each person takes it in turns to unwrap a layer. So you pass it to the one person, they unwrap a layer, and there's either a toy or a forfeit or a puzzle or something to do. And some of them are really good fun. We had a really good giggle around the Christmas table last year. So that was £2.50. But worth it. So I'm going to do that with the children over the Christmas holidays. Something that I have been desperate for, and I don't know, they all seem to break whenever I get one, and I haven't had one for years and years and years, but I've got one for £1. Tape dispenser. This time of year, with all the Christmas wrapping, really, really important. And all the children at the moment are quite into sticking. I know there's a blade on it, which is a little bit dangerous, but I think it's one of those risk assess things, isn't it? Obviously you won't use it with the really small children, but the older ones, I just say be careful of the blade, and hopefully they can then use it quite safely without too much supervision. The other thing, this was also £1 from the pound shop, a bottle. Now I quite like having at least one in the cupboard, just because sometimes I have little ones that have just come off bottles or various things like that, and they can become really upset and distressed when they're, you know, trying to settle or something's not settling. Sometimes just having something familiar is quite useful, or mum forgets the bottle or something like that. Or when they're feeling a bit poorly, a little bit of milk in a bottle until mum comes to pick them up can sometimes just make all the difference. So, bottle. This one is very similar to the one I've been using, which is why I've picked a thin bottle rather than a little stubby one. But also, the teat got bitten off in the last one because I let her get down from the buggy with the bottle, and while I was getting the others sorted, and realised what I'd done once she bit the top off. So this is quite good. It's a Flora. Now this is a really good disinfectant. I'm not a great one for disinfectant. You know, I'm not one for the anti-bac sprays and everything, but to a certain extent, I think, especially at this time of year, everyone's been so snotty and full of colds that I thought it'd be quite nice to have something. I've seen these actually on a few of the other Pound Shop and Poundworld bag openings. So I thought, well, I'm going to keep my O's open for these, and I've actually got 3 of them. So we've got warm cinnamon, we've got cranberry and orange, and another one floating around somewhere, which seems to have escaped me at the moment, but I've got 3 of these in the bag somewhere. And I thought it'd be quite nice putting in the toilet just to make it smell a bit fresher, washing the floors with it, that kind of stuff. Christmas smell, and gets rid of all the bugs and germs that the children are bringing into the home at the moment. Okay, another thing we're using a lot of in the run up to Christmas, glue. I mean, obviously not the same quality as Pritt Stick and those sorts of brands, but to be honest, glue's glue. As long as it sticks, that's fine. £1 for 5 sticks, can't complain. So I picked up some more glue. Okay, now latex free gloves. These I think are really useful. I always have them. I mean, I'm not one for changing nappies with gloves on. I think it's really, I don't know, it's not very homely, is it? But I know some people prefer to use them. And when you've got a lot of children coming through your setting and you have a lot of children's nappies that need doing, then I can understand why some people would prefer to put gloves on first. What I do use these for is those little accidents when you've got a child that is potty training or has been potty trained, just has a little accident, especially the pooey accidents, because nobody really wants to go messing with that, do they? So I pop a pair of gloves on first, just to remove the offending item from the pants and pop it into the toilet, and then just dispose of the gloves into the bin. So these are actually really useful. £1. Okay. Oh, here's the other Zuflora. Here it is. Winter Spice. So yes, 3 of those. £1 each. So not 3 for £1 each, but worth it. They're far more than that in the shops. Okay, these are a big favourite in our house. And I don't know, they just kind of remind me of Christmas, really. I know they sell them all year round, but they make me think a bit of Christmas. I think you should have like cheese savouries, don't you, at Christmas, and sort of twiglets and all that kind of stuff. So £1 each for these bags. These are really good for sort of lunch times and snack time as well. Something savoury for snack time. Maybe a piece of fruit and a few cheese crackers, glass of milk or glass of water. Gets you started for the morning. So £1 each for those. The other thing I picked up, I mean, my boys will probably eat these, but these are usually a couple of £1, I believe, in like the supermarkets. £1 each for these. You get 5 in them. They're the yoghurt raisins. A bit sugary. I appreciate they are a bit sugary, but actually, as a nice pudding, you know, after they've eaten their dinner, we don't do puddings as a whole. We tend to have yogurts and fruit for our puddings, sometimes granola bars. But this will just make a nice change if they fancy something a little bit different. Or they could have it with a piece of fruit, or they could have it with a granola bar or something like that. Or sprinkled on top of something. That would be quite nice. Maybe in the yogurt. That would be cool. So £1 each for those. Now I say I don't do puddings, but I actually thought this would be quite nice because I saw them and thought, oh. So, you know, with Christmas coming up, treat them a little bit. Apple pie cookies. So I figured I could heat one of these up in the microwave after dinner. A little bit of custard or something like that, or a little bit of yogurt over the top. Would make a really nice pudding. And I think you get, not sure how many you get in that. Okay, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in there. Little apple strudels. So I thought that would be quite nice. Something a bit different. See how those go down. £1 each for those. Right. Okay. Baby wipes. Now, I don't see the point in spending a fortune on baby wipes. I actually have baby wipes in the house all the time, regardless of whether or not, you know, it's for work. They're useful for dusting because I'm a real cheapskate, and I do quite like to just wipe things over with one of these rather than you know, duster and polish. They, you know, spills on things, they're just really useful to have around, so I always like to have a pack close to hand. My other half uses them a lot as well. He's very into his retro gaming, and he tends to clean all his consoles and gadgets and stuff with baby wipes. So yeah, we do tend to at least have 1 pack, but these are 60p each, or 2 for £1, so I got 2. Okay, coming to the end. Okay, again, so it's me saying we don't tend to do anything fancy for puddings, but like I said, it is Christmas. The next few weeks I'll be breaking up. So I thought these were really cute. Special Christmas pudding. So we have got gingerbread Christmas trees with a bit of icing and some little Smartie type candy things at the bottom. So I thought that would be really lovely. One afternoon after they've had their tea, they could just decorate themselves a little biscuit. Yeah, and have it for pudding. £1 each for those. What else have I got? Okay, so we've got some colouring sheets. So we've got colouring books and various things like this, and I know you can go on to the likes of Google and what have you and look for Christmas colouring sheets, and you can print them off and get them for free. But I'm actually cheating, and I thought for £1 I would get this pack. I've got a scanner upstairs, so I can just photocopy the pictures and use these as my master copies and just print off loads of them for the children to use, and that will save me the time to go looking, really. Come with some little pens as well. So that was £1. Fun little activity that I thought the after schoolers might like to do is make some Christmas crackers. And this set has everything you need to make your own Christmas crackers. Gives you the instructions on the back. Roll them up, insert the tabs. Looks quite simple. You've got all your hats, jokes. Why did the cow wear a bell? Because her horn did not work. So yeah, proper cheesy Christmas cracker jokes. But I'm not sure how many it makes actually. Oh, 6. 6 cute crackers. So for £1, I thought that would be a fun thing for the after schoolers to make, or for those that are coming on the last couple of days before Christmas. I thought that would be fun. Okay, and my last thing that I've got, I mean, there were so many things I could have got for a childminder. There's stickers, there's pens, there's glue. I didn't need any of that kind of, you know, the paints, the pens, the stickers, all that kind of stuff. You can get all of that there, and it's really worth having a good look. And also you can go rummaging in other things for a little bit of out-the-box thinking. So I've got things like those little scrunchy sponges and washing up brushes, and use them in the paint trays. Makes them really, especially for fireworks. Fireworks is a good one for like splatter painting with the different brushes and the different sponges. They're really good and really easy for the little tiny children to use. Easier than brushes, because the brushes end up straight in their mouths, and actually those kind of scrunchy, I don't know if you know, pan scourers are there, the little plastic ones in different colours. They're really good as a fun thing for the kids to be able to grip hold of and make some splodges. But yeah, the last thing in my bag, which I can never have too much of, is blue tack, or the cheap equivalent of blue tack. We just put displays up in the playroom here on the walls and stuff, and it's just really useful to have, but it never seems to peel off the back of the pictures. So by the time it's been up on the wall a couple of months, and then I take it down to send the pictures home with the children, quite often the blue tack doesn't want to come off the back without ripping the picture. So I end up either binning the blue tack because it's covered in paper, or I just end up sending it home with a bit of blue tack on the back. So yeah, so this for £1, I thought I would stock up. It feels like there's quite a lot. I think there's probably two thick, let's have a look, 2 thick packs in there. Oh no, there's not, there's 1 thick pack, but it's actually, look at that, it's really thick stuff. It's like plasticine, and it's already, oh that's handy, look, it's already scored to use. So that's really helpful actually. The official Blue Tack brand should take a look at that, because that's actually quite helpful having it pre-scored. Lovely. So yeah, so that is my that is what I have found at the pound shop today, or pound, sorry, not pound shop, Poundworld. Poundworld? It was Poundworld I went into, wasn't it? The Poundworld shop that I went into today. So as you can see, plenty of things there you can get really cheaply. You know, you don't have to make, you know, the job doesn't have to be that expensive, and everything goes through your expenses as well. So you know, you can claim it back on your tax as well. But no, this is really, I was really pleased with some of the things I managed to get hold of. And I know, like I said, I know some of these videos are quite popular at the moment, so I'm hoping someone out there will find this useful. If you do, please share it. Please give it a thumbs up. I'm just trying very hard at the moment to try and get used to this videoing and doing a bit of vlogging. This is not my natural comfort zone, so bear with me. I'm going to just hopefully keep plugging on with it, and I know a lot of people like to see the visual rather than read it on the blogs, so you've got to move with the times, haven't you? So lovely. Thank you for watching.